Alright, so my opponent talked about how there were a lot of statistics about drunk driving, how 1 in 5 drunk drivers have alcohol in their system while they are actually driving. And younger drivers would be more aware and looked out for if the drinking age was lower. So according to the National Highway Transportation Safety Administration, the minimum legal drinking age laws would have proven to be a very effective and important countermeasure for reducing drunk driving when younger drivers are involved. And also, again, there is not really a proven cause and effect relationship between the heightened drinking age and the reduced amount of drunk driving deaths. And according to Professor Jeffrey Muron, he says that a large majority of studies have found no relation between the drinking age and other alcohol-related harms, like suicide, homicide, vandalism. And also, my opponent mentioned how lowering the drinking age would lead to increased higher high school dropouts, and alcoholism was like the main cause of it. But actually, there is no absolute evidence that states that alcohol is correlated to the dropout in high school. Because according to Elaine Wu of the LA Times, the dropout said that the main reason why they left school was because they disliked it or they were bored of it. So 22.9% said that, and only a small number volunteered that they left because of problems with drugs or alcohol, which was 7.7%. And also, there are other factors that include why high school dropout occurs. According to Sky Gold and Chris Weller for the Business Insider, the research shows dropping out is strongly tied to socioeconomic status. Kids who come from low-income areas are 2.4 times more likely to drop out than middle-income students. 28% from failing classes, 25% from just being bored, the other 25% from being a caregiver, 20% say that school wasn't relevant to their lives, and 19% said they had to support their families. Another argument that my opponents did say was how drinking alcohol would impair the brain. But actually, the number of gray cells in the brain are actually the same in teenagers as they are who drink and who don't drink at all. So according to Jensen and Packenberg for the harm reduction for alcohol, he says that the gray cells are responsible for thinking and feeling and decisions. They did studies and they counted the brain cells, which compared to the number of cells in the brains of heavy drinkers versus those who did not drink, and they found that the number of gray cells was actually the same exact count. So with all the evidence that I have given you, lowering the drinking age would actually benefit underage teens because they would be more aware about the situations they would be into. They wouldn't be, they would actually, if it were to be lowered, the medical attention they wouldn't hesitate to call the police and any of that because they wouldn't be bothered with all the charges and stuff. And lastly, they would drink more responsibly since they know all the effects and stuff.